What rule was made because of you? So in 4th grade we had this thing called Wax Museum where you dressed up as a historical figure and gave presentation. So my friend was Harry Houdini, and so he had handcuffs. So as 10-year-olds we were messing with them, and my friend put them on me. These were not the cheap plastic ones at the dollar store, they were prop ones made from real metal. So they get stuck, and long story short I was in the office with 3 people around me trying to get the handcuffs open with pens and a pumpkin knife. My sister said when she had to do it there was no handcuffs allowed. Thanks Nathan for trapping me. Birds are not considered a pattern on polos for school dress code. I had a shirt with chickens on it, and the dean called me out in front of the whole school. The place I work used to have unlimited coffee for their employees. 3 weeks after I started working, there was a sign above the coffee maker that stated that employees were limited to 3 cups a day. There is a required pin to change profile pictures on the classroom iPads now. This is because I decided to change every staff member's profile picture in the school iPads to a smiling, old Mexican man on April 1st. Students are prohibited from organizing, advertising, playing, observing, or otherwise engaging in any form of rummy, blackjack, Texas Hold'em, 5/7 card stud/draw, pay gal, or poker during lunch period. Poker chips and cards are prohibited from school grounds, except when required for specific pre-approved activities or projects. Violation of this policy is subject to expulsion and referral to law enforcement for illegal gambling. This was middle school, decades ago. Our first and last annual school district Texas Hold'em tournament, presented by JR's Bait Shop, was a resounding success. Why was a rule made against it? Sheriff's department caught wind of it. A deputy's wife was a teacher and supposedly overheard some of the teachers running side bets on who would take the bracket. So the principal had to make a policy change and shut it down. We weren't betting real money, but it was seen as a negative influence activity. No aluminum bats on campus. Spanish class pin at a party gone very wrong. Still have the scar. My senior year in HS, I had an English teacher who allowed all work to be turned in up to the last week of class. I turned in pretty much every assignment right about then, apart from the end of unit projects. Next semester, all the work for all units was due at the end of the unit. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason for this exact same rule from one of my college professors. Didn't turn in any essays all semester, then crank out 10 in the library on the last day and slide them under his office door. I did this twice. I do indeed feel bad about it. I was going to my first guitar lesson at school, so I asked someone where the band room was, and he pointed in its general direction. I tried to open the door that led to the room he pointed at, but it was kind of hard to open. So I pushed harder, and a giant bookcase came crashing down onto the floor. I don't have any idea why they put a huge bookcase in front of a push door. But now there's a permanent sign on the door that says, "Do not open this door ever, TL. Doctor, I accidentally pushed down a huge bookshelf and now there's a super angry sign on the door." The library started putting up signs about authorized computer activities because I remotely rebooted the computers of noisy kids over and over. To be fair, it was a library. Students are forbidden to jump out through the windows. No selling Coca-Cola in the hallway. My high school made us leave our backpacks in our lockers because my Spanish teacher tripped over mine and sprained her ankle. She was on crutches and everything. She was a raging bitch, but I still felt really bad. In elementary school, 2nd grade I think, I had to pee really bad, but I was in music class and my teacher was singing us a song and playing guitar, so I went up to her anyways and asked to pee, and she got upset. And since then she would remind us all that we can't go up to her while she's singing to ask to pee. I just didn't want to pee my pants, woman. In high school my group of friends and me started bringing a grill to school to make toasted ham cheese sandwiches in the lunch breaks. Soon after, more and more kids brought their grills to school. After about a week, the school banned grills on school property completely as they claimed it was a fire hazard. Coffee was banned in the training room at Earthlink after I spilled a whole cup into a court monitor. Skirts must fall at least 3 inches below your testicles. The Cayman was banned in our Catholic elementary school because the principal thought my friend and I were praising it instead of Jesus. It was quite a ride. I played against John Carmack in Quake 3. He kicked my ass bad. I text spammed using the higher CI characters. The update right after that, those characters no longer worked. The lacrosse team I played for in college isn't allowed to drink on team trips anymore. When I was 12 I discovered what really is masturbation, and as all boys once experienced, at that age, every occasion was a good occasion. My dad brought me and my sisters to a hotel with a pool and a jacuzzi that we had access to from our room. It was getting late, almost 11h, so close to closing time. I was the only one left in the pool area, every blind was closed, I was alone in the jacuzzi, and decided this was the perfect time to jack off. As I finished, I saw one of the hotel staff guys entering the pool area and calmly told me to go back into my room since the pools were closed. I went to my room believing I wasn't caught. The next day, the jacuzzi was closed because apparently a kid had sneezed in it and there was snot, which might have happened, but looking back it might also be my fault. About 1 to 2 months later we went back to that hotel and the rule to not masturbate in the jacuzzi was added. The thing is, 12y, me never imagined that security cameras were a thing in the pool area, so looming back it is very embarrassing edit. My god, I never expected that to blow up as much as it did. Thanks, now my most dull voted comment is about me coming in a hot tub. The winery we had our wedding at no longer has weddings. Edit. The story, of course, nothing particularly unexpected, but essentially my groomsmen could/can really drink. Most everyone else, not so much. There wasn't supposed to be any hard alcohol at the venue, so of course my gifts to the groomsmen were in great flasks. Which of course we all promptly filled with who knows what devil juice they pilfered, distilled, or otherwise acquired. I should note that our wedding planner was pretty uptight in general, and especially about this no hard liquor thing, which my dudes essentially took as a challenge. Okay. We proceeded to get pretty smashed and get my old man pretty smashed and several members of the bridal party, and I'm pretty sure some of the catering staff to lol. Thank god and this mostly went down after the ceremony. Naturally, drunken shenanigans ensue. Best man had to have the mic taken from him after revealing my arrest record to my new in-laws. One groomsman fell into and somehow damaged the fountain out front. Another groomsman passed out in the parking lot. Big fella, too, and I can't really remember what else. All in all it was really just a hell of a party, but the venue was definitely not prepared for our level of energy. Just celebrated our 7-year anniversary 1 month ago today. Close bracket. At a previous place of work, you cannot lock the wheels on the rolling carts. I had a micromanager that did not know how to do fucking anything my job entailed, but wouldn't let that stop him from telling me bullshit, like we need to 83 of a specific unit through to stress testing by the end of today or else there will be repercussions, except we can't, because a certain micromanager failed to order the fucking parts we needed to do that. Anyway, one day I was feeling like shit and did not want to deal with him, so I got every unit I'd need for that day, made some walls around me, and locked the wheels on them so no one could get to me. Then for good measure I put on some music and cranked it up loud. It was hard to keep the smirk off my face when micromanager started poking his head into the open slots of units I'd already worked on trying to get my attention. My floor manager just sent me emails that day for whatever she needed, and all of that got done of course. Edit. Forgot to mention, I have no idea why the music was apparently fine, but locking wheels was the issue. No singing Les Miserables at work. That first song with the prisoners working, me with the mop. Edit. Earlier in that shift, I brought about a rule against Bohemian Rhapsody too. Board operators at the radio station have to show up 30 minutes early because I slept through a fill-in shift to run the morning news show. No obscene or disturbing costumes. For Halloween last year in school, I applied makeup following some tutorial I saw to make myself look like Two-Face from that Batman movie. Looked like my face was ripped off. Men are allowed to wear business casual shorts in the office. Dress code didn't allow men to wear shorts, but did allow skirts. Showed up in a kilt until the rules changed. My cabin at a summer camp got glow sticks banned because we cut them open and sprayed the glowy shit all over the place. No lightsabers at the swimming pool